everyone, and they are now getting mature and performing to the country.
And what about you? Have you made any changes at all in your team?
No, we are going with same level.
Same team.
Yes.
Well done. All the best.
Thank you so much.
So Bangladesh have won the toss and they've elected to bowl first.
Right then, news from the toss is that Bangladesh have won and will be bowling first. Now in Dubai International Stadium in 2025, average first inning score 150. But if you put up a winning score, it is 171. Now we're back at pitch number 3 where UAE took on Pakistan and it looked a really, really good track. How much has it changed? We'll just find out. I've just been joined by Sanjay Manjrekar. Sanjay, you're fresh from the toss and you had a good look at the surface. What do you make of it?
Same pitch as you would have told our viewers, but it looks a little drier to me. And both captains clearly looked at the track record. You know, you win the toss and you don't want to sort of, be chasing or batting first on this kind of a pitch. The problem is chasing can be easy if the dew comes in, but if this pitch continues to get drier, it may not be that easy chasing and winning.
Now you mentioned dry and it definitely looks like that, which brings spinners into play. Now one boundary very short, 64 meters to where we stand, the leg side hit, and 2 quality spinners on display in Rishad Hussain and Vanindu Hasaranga. How do you think that plays out? Especially spinners have been really good in the fight.
Well, it's going to be a massive difference because we saw in that game UAE Pakistan as well. I mean, the captains, they have enough headache as it is. The big one, because that's a huge disparity. 12 meters is a big difference. So very, very tactical calls will have to be taken if you've got a left-hander batting here and on that side where the boundary is short, you have to think twice. But the problem is that every side now has a left-hand, right-hand combination. But guess what? It could be long one side, but it's the same for both sides.
Yep. Well, then you've heard from all of us that plenty of spinners will be in action. How many can Sri Lanka get? Let's find out. Thank you, guys.
Sri Lanka will back first. So fans for Bangladesh, fans for Sri Lanka, come on, show us some energy. So
अभी चेक करना, अभी मैं काउंट दे रहा हूँ. चेक 1 2 3 4 5 6. नेक्स्ट चेक 1 2 3 4 5 6. Check 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Near stump, check, near stump, check 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
কি করতে পারাই তাই সাইবারা করছিলেন না এইটার কি জানা
Five, six, near some check 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
अरे जैलर बता भाई जैलर
पूरा कवर कर रखा है ऐसे पूरा कवर है अभी ठीक है
जैलर को केना दो वास्तु
एंटीना की पावर ऑन है
ये बोल সাংবাদিক অনেক 2-2.5
अभी चेक करना अभी मैं काउंट दे रहा हूँ चेक 1 2 3 4 5 6 near stump check 1 2 3 4 5 6 near some check 1 2 3 4 5 पूरा कवर कर रखा है ऐसे पूरा कवर है अभी ठीक है एंटीना की पावर ऑन है
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, so here are some pre-match announcements. I request everyone, please listen to this very carefully. To ensure the enjoyment of this cricket match by all spectators, we ask that you please show consideration and respect for your fellow fans. Please ensure that you treat the stadium and area around you clean. Patrons are reminded all grandstands sitting in underdeveloped areas at the stadium are smoking. Smoking is not permitted inside the stadium. We thank you for the strength and the comfort and health of other patrons. We ask that you listen carefully to the following important information for your safety. In the event of an emergency, or if the lights go out, patrons are asked to remain in their places and listen for instructions from the public and the officer and his necessary staff. Patrons are asked to follow directions. We hope you enjoy the game. Patrons are reminded that they are not permitted to enter the playing arena at any stage. Anyone entering the playing arena will be removed from the venue and may face prosecution. We thank you for your cooperation. We ask that spectators sitting at the end of the ring, those behind the bowler's arm, do not move during the over. If you need to leave your seat, please do so at the end of the over. Ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, the players are currently warming up, so there may be some early sixes hit, so please keep your eye on the field as they may be coming your way. So once again, guys, are you ready? Ladies and gentlemen, the two captains, Chandika Slata from Sri Lanka and Little Das from Bangladesh, are joined the match referee and the Python for the coin toss, and we will bring you the result shortly.
To the Super 4. How is the state of mind? Are you happy with, all the areas of your cricket?
Yeah, definitely. The thing is, when you qualify, you have an opportunity to play all the three games. So we are very much excited to play the game, and all the team, all the members are doing a great job. So I'm very happy.
Yeah, it's great to get into the Super 4s. It was not easy, especially your group. Tell us something about your team. Any changes at all?
Yeah, we have two changes. Shohan and Rishad not playing. Shariful and Sheikh coming into the team.
All the best, Ritin.
Thank you very much.
Rishad,
Jared, had you won the toss, what would you have done?
I would have done the same thing, but look, I mean, this pitch is in right side. It doesn't matter.
Is it a big deal losing the toss here because the record is so skewed with teams chasing? Does that bother you at all?
No, not that much because it's used pitch actually. It doesn't matter to bat first.
Last game was a test. I mean, it was a very, very impressive win, and you'll see a lot of new players coming to the fore and winning games for your side.
I think that is improvement. I mean, a lot of young players come to the side, I think, since 2021, and they are now getting mature and performing to the country.
And what about you? Have you made any changes at all in your team?
No, we are going with same level.
Same team.
Yes.
Well done. All the best.
Thank you so much.
So there it is. Bangladesh have won the toss and they've elected to bowl first.
It's victory for India. It's been a terrific chase. These performances here stand out. Congratulations to Sri Lanka. Thoroughly deserving champions. And then there were four. This is when things start hotting up. This is the Super Four. It's match number one. It is Sri Lanka versus Bangladesh, and we're coming to you live from the Dubai International Cricket Stadium. And this should be a beauty. Since 21, Sri Lanka won 6 out of 10, but Bangladesh 3 out of the last 5. There's the toss. The toss was won by Bangladesh, and they elected to bowl first. Now, one of the reasons for that, of course, is the fact that this track's been used a bit, and also chasing is the way to go. Let's have a look at the teams that's up front for day. Two changes for Bangladesh, but first of all, that will go to Sri Lanka. Lasanka's a fine player. He's got 250 so far. Look at the key players, the senior players. Kusha Mendes, 532 runs, an average of 41 and a strike rate of 158 against Bangladesh. He loves playing against these guys. And as to the bowling side of things, Hasarunga's always a threat. Tashara, 4 for 18 in the last game, was outstanding. And Shamira's got some good form as well. Bangladesh changes. Shuraful is in. Fahedi Hassan is in as well. But they've got some guys in form. Litton Das, 513, 220 runs. This year's top run scorer. Tanzan Hassan, also top run scorer at the top of the order. Chris Hussain got 49 wickets. And it's a round robin stage. So each team
Thank you, everyone who are here. Thank you, guys. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, if able, please remain standing for the national anthem of Bangladesh, followed by Sri Lanka.
Certainly see the emotions at the national anthems from both teams. We are all set to go at the Dubai International Stadium for the first match of the Super Fours, and it promises to be an absolute beauty. There's a good crowd, a good spread of Bangladesh supporters as well, and these two teams want to fire up from the go. Just to remind you that Bangladesh have won the toss, have elected the ball first, and two reasons they've done that. This track has been played on 3 times in the last 6 days. It's got a little bit of a straw colour to it now, and also this year, 2025, 70% of the game's been won batting second. So that's one of the reasons why Das decided to make sure that he was bowling first, wants to chase. Seems to be the name of the game. But it shall be a beauty. It's a warm night again. And as the opening batsmen come out for Sri Lanka, Russell Allen's joined me as well. Russ, what are your thoughts? What do you want to see right at the start from Sri Lanka?
Intent that we've seen throughout the group stages. That's the difference in this team at the moment. They've been blowing hot and cold quite a bit over the last couple of years. They need to play with the same intent and energy, and I don't think they will find too many obstacles if they can do that. I also believe, Hazy, that it's a good toss to lose. It's one of those pitches you mentioned that it's been played on, and I feel it'll slow down throughout the night, and hence Sri Lanka also would have opted to chase, but I think this is a better way to go.
Okay, interesting. I mentioned earlier that Bangladesh have won 3 of the last 5 games that have been played between these two countries. There's the opening batsman, Sanka, and also Mendes. But history tells us that Sri Lanka do have the upper hand and go into this match as favourites. Of course, they did play against Bangladesh a little bit earlier in the Asia Cup and won that comfortably by 6 wickets. So Mendes is someone who's a wonderful player. He played beautifully the other night with 76. He scored so many runs throughout his T20 international career. He really is quite a special player, and he's someone they want to get rid of pretty smartly. The other guy is Sanka.
Yeah, 2012 his strike rate 124, but in the last year, that's way better than that. As a partnership too, they've done extremely well. Joriful Islam with the ball, he's a left armer, brought in because their record against left arm seamers, not the best of this. Matchups being paid.
One of the two changes, Churful's in, and Mahidi Hassan, the off spinner, is also in. He will look to swing the ball as well, Churful.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Here we go, first delivery of the Super Fours, Asia Cup 2025. A bit of movement back in, as you'd normally see from Shuraful. He's a big, tall left armour, delivers from fairly close to the stumps, gets that ball to move back in towards the right-handers.
Yeah, black armbands. Sri Lankans, we all know the reason for that. The thoughts and prayers with Punit Velalage and his family. Velalage, what 3 days has he had? 18 played the game. Emotional news coming through. Got back home and he's back here in the team once again.
Sri Lanka unchanged. They will know so well, Bangladesh, they need to break this opening partnership because they can be dominant if they get going. Set it up nicely in that middle order. The important runs over 7 to 15. Very good start. You can really capitalise on those middle overs. That's nicely bowled. Bit of movement back in as well. Shuraful at one stage thought
that was quick. Up around 130. Rohan Pandit, one of the standing umpires.
Asif Yacoub from Pakistan is the other one, standing in his 29th T20 international.
Beautiful look for the glory ball. He's got to do that while to get some swing, that late swing. Just lucky enough to get a bit of background there.
Yeah, because of the dryness of the pitch, it's not going to go over. That's probably all. Holding his line that time. Big swing and a miss. We're going to go downtown. Bit off is just a little bit on the wide side. Surefoot doesn't mind him having a dip at that one.
Yeah, pushes that across the previous one into the right-hander. Most importantly, I feel 165, 170 is what Sri Lanka need. Try and defend.
Just to remind, only two players allowed outside the circle in the power play. The little leg side, he's picked that up beautifully. That's a really good shot. That is the first six of the game. Fine stuff.
On your feet, and why wouldn't you dance when you see the ball fly over mid-wicket just like that? A little too straight. Onto the pads at the shorter boundary on the leg side, and Kusal Mendes uses the pace. Yeah, that should calm any nerves if there were between these two batters.
He won't get nervous. Mendes 76 not out last game, played beautifully. That short boundary is going to be an important factor in this game. That's a better line. Brings the third man into play. Just going to scamper through for one.
Three seamers Bangladesh have gone in with. Tashkin Ahmed and Mustafi Zul, the other two. And they brought back in Ali Hassan Shah as well. Done really well against Sri Lanka in terms of picking up wickets and also drying up runs.
Has got a big job to play today, a big role. A bit expensive in one of the games of the Asia Cup this year. 8 for none, first over done. Sanka and Mendes, two fine players right at the top. Shara as well. Some Pereira's been in pretty handy nick. Tried to Sri Lanka, he could do some runs, I guess. Commander Mendes is a fine player and, of course, helped steer the victory in the last game in Abu Dhabi with Kusal Mendes. The left arm seam in the first over. Nasum. Bit of flight. He's not scared to give the ball a bit of flight. He's a tall lad. He can do that.
And right on the money. It's just skid through a small wicket the other day. Gulathal was trapped in front, and that gave Bangladesh the belief and ability to go on and defend a 154.
Start of this game in places where one straighten in case they'll expect a little bit of turn right at the start.
Interesting battle. Will all come down to how these two navigate Bangladesh's spinners.
Rio Economy is very good at a shade over the 7 mark, and because it's turning a bit, he's not scared to give the ball a bit of flight either.
That 70-plus knock a couple of days ago scored 70% of his runs on the leg side against Afghanistan.
A bit flatter, a little bit quicker. That's nicely played. He knew exactly where the fielder wasn't, and that's going to go for 4. Nice work from Mendes. Got very good wrists and quick feet.
Got to find ways of putting pressure on the bowler. Bowler like Nasum, he'll stay thereabouts all the time. He just probably got 6 inches in his favour in terms of the length. plays it off Litton Das's gloves.
Because that form as well helps you play a little bit later. Oh, it's nicely bowled. It's good follow-up delivery.
And the reason for the 70% run score on the leg side, a lot of spin from Afghanistan. They swept really, really well. I think they need to do that here against Nasum and Mahidi Hassan Shah to actually dominate this Bangladesh bowling lineup.
The 5 off the 5 balls in this over. Can he shut down this last one? Nasum, can he keep this last one nice and tight? If he does, it'll be a very, very good over. Just making sure he's got the field placings right, just making that man the deep forward square on the leg side to go a little bit straighter. And he does very well. That's a very good over. Just 5 from it, 13 for none. Enormous support from his teammates, I'm sure. Shoreful again to start, first over. A little bit on the expensive side, a little bit more than he would like first up, but not too bad. Oh, that's at leading edge. Said that straight up. Is it safe? Yes. A little bit of good fortune.
Interesting field set too. There was a very wide point on the boundary line and no deep third man. But even if it was third man, I think it was perfectly placed by Kusal Mendes. Threw the shot early. Top edge. Went a long way in the sky, but too much for that fielder to do.
I'm going to repeat that shot that he played so well in the previous over from Shorefil. Fortune on his side early. The Sanka now on strike. Beautifully bowled. Keeping it nice and tight. Back in towards the body, ending up around about the leg stump line.
It also makes sense why he's taking chances in that direction of the ground, because of course it's a shorter boundary. Sri Lanka's team, plenty of batting options. Hasaranga probably even at 9, and Velagalagi earlier, 2 seamers. Chamira and Tushara in good form. The game comes into the point where Sri Lanka makes runs. It's about putting runs on the board for now. Unit Velagalagi. Well, the choice was up to him. He wanted to come back. He wanted to be available, and he gets his place in the team. Just a thought on the 32 runs that he conceded that day. It was the last over. He shouldn't have been bowling. Of the game that had him. So I wouldn't judge him or his bowling or contribution on that over. This is Bangladesh, 2 changes.
Very good opening combination. Also Tanzan and Litton Das, 2 fine players. Opening batting at number 3 as well, 2 fine players. This year in particular, Litton Das very good in particular against Sri Lanka. Got some seamers that can certainly do a fine job as well. Beautiful shot. That is a magnificent stroke. Not that short at all. He just picked it up beautifully, trusted the bounce, and dispatched it for 4 flat.
Just gave me the impression he was waiting for that. His feet go nowhere. He just twists his wrists, his hips into it. His base, his starting position, so good. He was just waiting for a bit of length. Atul Nisanka, that's his first shot of authority this innings.
Right out of the middle. A bit over pitch this time, and that's been drilled down the ground for 4. They are 2 wonderful strokes. Really good cricket from Nisanka.
The two in the deep square leg and the deep mid wicket to stop Nisanka picking up length. If you like that full shot, this is even better. Front foot out of the way. I'll hit through the line. I'll get 4. Yeah, they're making a statement here, these two openers together. Generally, it's been one of them forcing the situation.
They've been off the over so far. And he's going to get more. 4 more. What another fine shot that is. 15 runs off the over. The last 3 have gone for 4. 28 for none. That's a great shot, really is. New ball coming onto the bat, trusting the pace off this surface at the moment. Length delivery dispatched. Straight away, that run rate's up at 9.3, so they're away, Sri Lanka, at this stage. We're very happy with the way things have started. Nisanka and Mendes in particular, setting things up for the players in the middle order. Soon, I think, no more than just a bit of a stumble, perhaps, as he wasn't quite ready with one of the fielders.
The sweeper cover now at long on. So he's going to be bowling into the right-hander.
Chopped away. Oh, it's well fielded. Got down there. Churfield after bowling the last over and getting a little bit of treatment, got down there and stopped the 4.
Yeah, he hit it hard. Last ball of the last over, again pitched up. Leading run scorer in the Asia Cup this year is Pathum Nisanka. He's already got 2 half centuries. He also got a 50. One of those 50s was against Bangladesh in the group stage.
Motoring along nicely at the moment.
So from Sri Lanka's point of view, it'll be nice if these two score runs together rather than one of them taking control.
Beautifully bowled. Just a lovely pace through the air with this surface.
He's got many of the deliveries to skid on with the arm. And also, he's shown that he can turn that ball or straighten it. So that's where the doubt comes into the batter's mind.
Side edge onto the pad. He also was using a bit of variety where he released as well, sometimes going a little bit wide. Here's the 3 boundaries in the last over. 1, bang, that was a great shot. That was a magnificent drive, and that was the last one. 1 bounce, 4. Superb stuff from Nisanka. Thought he had him, Nasum, but late play. Get the ball out.
And great understanding between the two, just getting off strike. He got a couple of dot balls against Nisanka. And it's a great way of relieving pressure or making yourself roll out there. It's a good over so far after 15. Here, just the 2 of the...
Yeah, and only went for 5 in his first over as well, Nasum. Now, adventurous this time. He's in it up high. How far's that gone? 6 runs. Beautiful stuff from Mendes this time.
Runs behind you, you feel so much more confident. You stay in your crease, he'll peg you down, Nasum. He's had a look. Yep. Let me get at him. Long on, I mentioned in the deep, there's no one on the offside, and he knew where he was going to hit it. That's why he skipped. He's off to a fly once again.
Again towards that shorter boundary. And now 8 off the over. Last ball of the 4th over. Really good start from Sri Lanka. 4 gone, 36 for none.
by Sri Lanka. 36 without loss in the first 4 overs. Well, Pathum Nissanka, he's been the mainstay of the Sri Lankan batting. Kusal Mendis was amongst the runs in the last game. It's a small boundary, it's a shorter boundary. Is that they're exploiting it, picking those lines and lengths, and an excellent result for Pathum Nissanka. Good evening, Arthur.
Good evening, Roshan. Good evening. Oh, the flick of the wrist and it's gone the distance, 80 meters. Remember, that side of the boundary is only 64 meters. And that's the second time a batter has picked up a 6 in that direction. Another very good start to this over. Very first delivery from Tashkent has gone for the maximum.
It's going to be the key here. Pathum Nissanka, 21 of 11. I think it's an inside edge. It's an inside edge. For a moment, I thought Tusking was very excited. Knew there was an inside edge. That's his record. 98 wickets, best of 4 for 16. Good economy considering where he bowls. Generally at the death, also at the top. He's an attacking bowler, Taskin Ahmed. And that's what Nissanka has got so far. Strike rate, that's a good strike rate. That's the kind of strike rate you're looking for. Face off, cleverly bowled, cleverly bowled. Pathum Nissanka, he had an excellent outing against Bangladesh in the league stage game. Played some delightful shots, has been in excellent form. Has been good with the horizontal shots. And also very good both on the front foot and on the back foot. Well, he's been in good touch, hasn't he? So that's a look at the most runs in this DP World Asian Cup. Pathum Nissanka, 146 runs. Kusal Mendis on strike.
It's a good combination, isn't it, Roshan? Because we've seen what Nissanka has done in this tournament so far. In this innings also, Kusal Mendis 21 of 14.
I think the stability at the top is so important. Well, we spoke about Pathum Nissanka against Bangladesh, and then what about the chase up against it? It was a tough chase, but it was Kusal Mendis who really stole the show. And I thought the way he played spin, particularly those sweep shots, picked the slower deliveries, very good horizontally, both on the off and on the leg, took on the spinners. That was a challenge the Afghan bowlers had. Wants a single.
I think the key feature, if you look at those two innings, they picked up the length very quickly. Whether it's on a shorter side or whether it's a little bit fuller, they've not backed her down. They've gone to the pitch of the delivery, picked up the length so quickly. And if you tend to do that, you will score runs, especially in the first 6 overs, because there are fielding restrictions. So you can easily go over the top. 4 fours and 3 sixes already in this innings of 44. Very good from Sri Lanka. Just the kind of start they wanted to have on these two mates.
Just to add to that, I thought Kusal Mendis also swept well. These are the dimensions Arthur Ali was talking about, but he also used the sweep very well against the spinners.
আসসালামু আলাইকুম ভাই, আমাদের এই bajicash.com সাইটে আপনি নিজে ডিপোজিট এবং নিজে উইথড্র করতে পারবেন। তাই আর দেরি না করে অ্যাকাউন্ট করুন। করতে চাইলে কমেন্ট বক্সে লিংক দেওয়া আছে। এখনই অ্যাকাউন্ট সাইন আপ করে নিন অথবা হোয়াটসঅ্যাপে মেসেজ দিন। দেশ বা দেশের বাইরে সব জায়গা থেকে অ্যাকাউন্ট ব্যবহার করতে পারবেন এবং নিজেই ডিপোজিট উইথড্র করতে পারবেন। 5 মিনিটের মধ্যে লেনদেন ক্লিয়ার পাবেন। আসসালামু আলাইকুম ভাই, আমাদের এই bajicash.com সাইটে আপনি নিজে ডিপোজিট এবং নিজে উইথড্র করতে পারবেন। তাই আর দেরি না করে অ্যাকাউন্ট করতে চাইলে কমেন্ট বক্সে লিংক দেওয়া আছে। এখনই অ্যাকাউন্ট সাইন আপ করে নিন অথবা হোয়াটসঅ্যাপে মেসেজ দিন। দেশ বা দেশের বাইরে সব জায়গা থেকে অ্যাকাউন্ট ব্যবহার করতে পারবেন এবং নিজেই ডিপোজিট উইথড্র করতে পারবেন। 5 মিনিটের মধ্যে লেনদেন ক্লিয়ার পাবেন। আসসালামু আলাইকুম ভাই, আমাদের এই bajicash.com সাইটে আপনি নিজে ডিপোজিট এবং নিজে উইথড্র করতে পারবেন। তাই আর দেরি না করে অ্যাকাউন্ট করতে চাইলে কমেন্ট বক্সে লিংক দেওয়া আছে। এখনই অ্যাকাউন্ট সাইন আপ করে নিন অথবা হোয়াটসঅ্যাপে মেসেজ দিন। দেশ বা দেশের বাইরে সব জায়গা থেকে অ্যাকাউন্ট ব্যবহার করতে পারবেন এবং নিজেই ডিপোজিট উইথড্র করতে পারবেন। 5 মিনিটের মধ্যে লেনদেন ক্লিয়ার পাবেন। আসসালামু
Kamil Mishra is the new batter. Now batting at number 3 in this T20 side for Sri Lanka. He's been occupying that place for a while now. It's going to be a useful off spinner. Has had a lot of success against Sri Lanka. He's clever, tends to push it through a little bit. And they want two, and they'll come back for two. This is good running. Really good running. Pressure on the fielder.
If the batters can pick up those singles and convert those singles into twos, it's a bonus. He can end up scoring a healthy total 59 wickets for Mahdi Hassan. His best of 4 for 11 has come recently against the same opposition.
Kusal Mendes on strike, 24 of 16. That one just going straight through. Not much a turn, but he tends to push it through a little bit. And these are his numbers. Quite early, that average, just under 30. Strike rate, just under 125. Comes down the track, and he's cleared long on and done it easily. The Sri Lankan 50's up.
Yeah, what a way to go and pick up a six and ensure that you have 50 runs on the board inside the power play. He's timing it beautifully. And he's got his dancing shoes on. Down the way that he was in business. Didn't bother to run, he knew. He connected well. Wow, what a shot.
Just a touch short. Now he's got two fielders, one at backward squaring and one at the deep mid wicket, but nobody at long on. So that length was perfect for Mendes to go down the wicket and express himself. So far, in all T20s, Kusal Mendes strikes at 206 against Mahdi. Has scored 68 runs against him. Left-hander. Well bowled.
Batsman in a little bit on the quicker side, ramping in for room. A wonderful start.
Two dots to end the over. That's a good, strong comeback, but Sri Lanka will be pleased with what they've got out of the power play. 53 for 1. 3 for 1. Well, the umpires also wearing that black armband, and that's a respect of Mr. Velalage. Sri Lankan players also wearing black armbands. Here comes Mustafis. What an experienced campaigner. Good economy, good average, best of 6 for 10. He's been fabulous. Wherever he's played T20 internationals, whether he's for Bangladesh or in the leagues, he's been very good. That's interesting. Kusal Mendes was Mustafis. Look at that average. Just 13 in 11 innings. That's 81 runs. So he's had the better of it in those contests. Mustafis. And also great atmosphere. Excellent crowd in. Good mix of Sri Lankan and Bangladesh supporters. It's a good bounce. Straight away. Mustafis.
Yeah, I was about to say that this is turning out to be really good pitch to bat on, and have a look at this wicket. This is Taskin Ahmed earlier on. Just a hint of movement going down the leg side, and he knew he was in trouble. Went way up in the sky, and Saif Hassan doing the rest. Not getting a good position to flip that away for another maximum, looking for that maximum, shorter side of the boundary. Just getting the toe end of the bat. Well bowled Taskin Ahmed.
Running hard, they'll get a single. I also felt that was bowled at 130 plus, and the ball I felt really didn't come on, so couldn't time it. Felt that he was just a touch too early. Atul Nisanka looking to play that flick. Mishara generally takes his time at the start. His strike rate in the first 10 balls are around 90. But it's after that, if he settles in, that he kicks on. Has faced 2 deliveries, hasn't got off the mark as yet. Good bowling, really good bowling. Bent his back that time, rushed him a bit.
The Pablo was really good. Both the batters picking up the length and picking up boundaries at will. Really good. That was the wicket, the only wicket to fall inside the power play. Back on Fizz is getting into a good rhythm here. Just a single in the first 3 deliveries.
Go square. Will find the fielder.
Similar number of 4s and 6s so far. It's 4. They've really gone on the flick for a maximum. They've also tried to be a little bit cheeky, but that was on the shorter side. So he didn't pick up the length there. That's why I had to go back to the pavilion. So, good start. Whenever a new batter comes in, it does take a little bit time. Mishra has now scored a single run, facing 4 deliveries. That's the field set for Mustafizur to Kusal Mendes. Kusal Mendes, a wonderful start, 32 of 21. He needs to carry on. And if he does, a good total on the board for sure.
Right, so what about tomorrow? This is a big game coming up in the DP World Asia Cup. Match number 14. It is India versus Pakistan in the Super Fours. That's the second time these 2 teams played. And in fact, now how close would that could have been if that hit?
Yeah, direct hit would have been very interesting because he was way out of his crease. The moment he played that shot. He was not interested. Look at the non-strike away. Where's he going? Oh, yes, Derek Hidd would have done the job. There you go. It's not even in the frame. Mustafizur, get behind the stumps.
আসসালামু আলাইকুম ভাই, আমাদের এই bajicash.com সাইটে আপনি নিজে ডিপোজিট এবং নিজে উইথড্র করতে পারবেন। তাই আর দেরি না করে অ্যাকাউন্ট করতে চাইলে কমেন্ট বক্সে লিংক দেওয়া আছে। এখনই অ্যাকাউন্ট সাইন আপ করে নিন অথবা হোয়াটসঅ্যাপে মেসেজ দিন। দেশ বা দেশের বাইরে সব জায়গা থেকে অ্যাকাউন্ট ব্যবহার করতে পারবেন এবং নিজেই ডিপোজিট উইথড্র করতে পারবেন। 5 মিনিটের মধ্যে লেনদেন ক্লিয়ার পাবেন। আসসালাম।
Kamil Mishra, very lucky, very lucky, I tell you. He was a goner in that with a direct hit. Going at 8 runs and over Sri Lanka. That last over was a good one for Mustafiz. Tatum Nissanka, the batter dismissed 22 of 15. Kamil Mishra just trying to get into his stride. But he can afford. I'm not saying that the strike rate is but good, but Kusal Mendis is doing a job for Sri Lanka at the other end. So that will calm him a little bit, allow him to play himself in. For the T20 game, you need to get off to a start.
Kusal Mendis is in the spotlight. He's been very good, especially tonight. First of the Super 4 games. He's got himself a good start here. His teammates will be hoping that he carries on.
It's an edge. Where's the slip? He was having a slip to the left-hander. But this time it's short third, just a bit of bounce as well for Mahadik.
They got a little bit wide. Tried to play that shot of the back foot. Is not rotating the strike.
Just a bit uppish in the gap. Hadi has been clever, particularly to the left-hander. He's been bowling it quickly. These have been very good to the left-hander.
They can create some pressure by bowling dot deliveries because he's not really getting out of the tracks quickly in terms of scoring runs, Mishra. That's 2 runs of 6 deliveries.
This is down to backward square, leg out taken. Mahadi strikes again, and Kusal looking for the swing. Just picked the solitary man on the backward square boundary. Couldn't keep it down.
আসসালামু আলাইকুম ভাই, আমাদের এই bajicash.com সাইটে
বড় উইকেট গেছে, বড় উইকেট এটা।
করতে চাইলে কমেন্ট বক্সে লিংক দেওয়া আছে। এখনই অ্যাকাউন্ট সাইন আপ করে নিন অথবা হোয়াটসঅ্যাপে মেসেজ দিন। দেশ বা দেশের বাইরে সব জায়গা থেকে অ্যাকাউন্ট ব্যবহার করতে পারবেন এবং নিজেই ডিপোজিট উইথড্র করতে পারবেন। 5 মিনিটের মধ্যে লেনদেন ক্লিয়ার পাবেন।
তারপরে যদি 140 মিনিট আটকে থাকে না, ম্যাচ জিতবে।
The skipper doing the right thing to bring him on. Look set, but he has to go. Gone for 34. Sri Lanka 58 for 2.
তাকে ওপেনার দুটোই খুব কড়া, খুবই কড়া। কামিল মেন্ডিস একটা আছে, এটাও ভালো। আজকাল কোনো রকম শ্রীলঙ্কার লোক জিততে জায়গা ওইলে মিস নাই ফাইনাল খেলা। পাকিস্তানের লোকে ম্যাচ জিতবে, আর ইন্ডিয়ার তারা যদি চুরি না করে তাহলে ম্যাচ জিতবে। ইন্ডিয়ার তারা তো চুরি করে, এটা 100%।
The new batter they've got in a slate. Sri Lanka has got 13 deliveries, and for Bangladesh this is perfect. New bat Kamil Mishra 2 of 6. Got the chance. Oh no, that's not great. That is not great. You would want to try and bowl a dot. shot, but Kusal Pereira gets off the mark.
I'm just wondering why Shuri Pakistan left arm seam are beating in the cover. Should be at protecting the boundary rope. He's feeling inside the circle. That's what he has done. That's his career. Kusal Pereira. Two new batters in the middle.
What an excellent over. Excellent over, 4 runs and a wicket. 60 for 2 at the end of 8.
Vagaries of T20 cricket. At one stage, you had these two diminutive figures of Pathum Nissanka and Kushal Mendes creating mayhem for Bangladesh. Suddenly now the scenario has changed. Got two new batters in. Run rate will drop as a result. You'll find the fielder there. They are single. The last wicket, the only point I would like to make with that shot, that was Kumar Yadav when he plays the sweep shot. Very often he's looking to hit it along the ground. This was distinctly an intent to hit the ball in the air. It's a long, long boundary there. You're never going to be hitting a six in that area. Surya would have played that along the ground and looked for a four. If you see his T20 batting, you see a high percentage of fours than sixes. When you're trying to hit sixes to get the run rate up, this is likely to happen. More risk, more likelihood of getting out. By both the batters who got out, the run rate is not like it's gone to 10 or 11, it's still 7.44.
As a balance, as batting sides looking to put first innings runs on the board, you're looking to find that balance between risk and reward. All the time, the cricketing smarts, like you're saying, almost an 80-meter boundary where he was trying to hit that, and the fielder got it well inside the ring. Bangladesh doing well, just clawing it back out of the power play.
Recent times, matches between these two teams at T20s has been quite close. You would think Sri Lanka, the senior side, they've had more success at the world stage, at the Asia Cup level as well, but Bangladesh off late have run them quite close. Still enough firepower with Kusal Pereira walking in. Those two guys, Pathum and Mendes, were fun to watch. The kind of shots that they play, especially Pathum Nissanka, who's been in tremendous form. Last 10 odd innings, 140 strike rate, 150, 140.
Now we just spoke about which team round Sri Lanka got the better of the opposition. They bowled relatively cheaply in terms of first innings score, 139 for 5. Sri Lanka 140 for 4, but more importantly, in just 14.4 overs. It's a dominant victory. Bangladesh also playing their first game in Dubai. Sri Lanka has played one here against Hong Kong, China. And he did well, Shara, in that previous game.
Yeah, one of the two substantial innings that he's played so far.
আসসালামু আলাইকুম ভাই, আমাদের এই bajicash.com সাইটে আপনি নিজে ডিপোজিট এবং নিজে উইথড্র করতে পারবেন। তাই আর দেরি না করে অ্যাকাউন্ট করতে চাইলে কমেন্ট বক্সে লিংক দেওয়া আছে। এখনই অ্যাকাউন্ট সাইন আপ করে নিন অথবা হোয়াটসঅ্যাপে মেসেজ দিন। দেশ বা দেশের বাইরে সব জায়গা থেকে অ্যাকাউন্ট ব্যবহার করতে পারবেন এবং নিজেই ডিপোজিট উইথড্র করতে পারবেন। 5 মিনিটের মধ্যে লেনদেন ক্লিয়ার পাবেন।
Yeah, there was great chances looking at all of them that the review wouldn't be taken.
but there's nothing to stop you from appealing. It's not in the rules.
উইকেট পড়ুক আর না পড়ুক 140 ভিতরে আউট করতে
There's such a contrast of body languages and emotions. And Taskin Ahmed, Liton Das behind the stumps. That's why they all agreed not to go upstairs and disturb the TV umpire. But a good short ball, a good change up from Taskin.
He came in and bowled a crucial over, didn't he? When Sri Lanka was flying away getting that wicket. Only Sanka. Lucky that fell in the gap because that ball was in the air for a while. I know it's gone 65 for 2.
কটা দিন ধরে জাকিরের সমালোচনা হইতে যে ইয়ার বলটি খেলতে পারে নিউইয়র্কের বলটি খেলতে পারে সে কিন্তু ব্যাটসম্যান কম বেশি
Camino Mendes also batter has been in recent form. Progress into the Super Four. Trying to play the reverse slap, only to find the ball hitting the target. Full marks to the bowler for keeping it simple. He just kept it straight out and over.
Once again, the off-spin doing the trick. Mahedi Hassan into the sides and very quickly with the 2 wickets. Yeah, he goes and completely missed it. He went early. Mahedi did well to follow him and he's cleaned him up. Top of leg stump. He's enjoyed that. Quick fashion. Bangladesh have picked up 3. Bishara goes for 5. Sri Lanka 65 for 3. And just on that, and then we'll all take a little bit of a breather for drinks.
আফগানিস্তানের থেকে ভালো বোলিং বাংলাদেশে বালতি বাদ দিব না আরে আজীবন 2 ইনিংস দিলেন তার বেশি তো 2 ইনিংসই নেই এটা বাদ দিলে নুরুল হাসান আমাদের নুরুল হাসান বাদ দেওয়া দিবে শরীফুলটা ঢুকাইছে বল আর বাড়াইছে আমাদের
At one stage, Sri Lanka 44 for no loss, and we saw 2 batters play some high-quality cricket. The batting was sensational from those 2, but then they lost the wicket of Nisanka quickly after that. Kushal Mendes as well. And Bishara was the last man to follow, and now 65 for 3. Doesn't look so good.
Sanka picked out the backward square to perfection. Didn't quite get all the way. Held by the off spinner came in. Kusal Mendes bowled out in a similar position.
বোলিং তো ভালো করতেছে আরে আমার ভূতে ফোন দিবে
Quickly after that, Kushal Mendes as well. And Bishara was the last man to follow, and now 65 for 3 doesn't look so good.
Yeah, they got off to a fly until Sangha picked out the backward square to perfection. Didn't quite get all of it. You could tell by the emotion dusty in them. As the off spinner came in, and Kusal Mendes called out in a similar position, going for the sweep into the longer side, and then the reverse going horribly wrong. Off spinner in Mahedi Hassan has to. Just out of the power play, Bangladesh have held the scoring and more importantly picked up wickets at regular intervals.
You got to feel for Shariful because he was the recipient of some high quality shots played against him. Not necessarily of bad balls or loose balls. Pratham actually hit one shot of play delivery for 6. Got to find the fielder now. That's going to be 4 runs. It's taken a while for this boundary. 22 balls. And good way to get off the mark for former captain Tasu Shanaka.
And he does well. He's picked up the shorter length. He's dropped it short on Mahedi. And he's curled off to the back foot and placed it perfectly. Do feel his position on that boundary, but just away. Outfield also very quick, and timing gets you runs.
Very deceptive in the way he contributes. Thus, Shanaka, I think that he's not quite finding his flow, looking a little scratchy, but suddenly an innings of substance, striker 150, 160, maybe he can go 2 or 3 overs for his side. Often we've compared Kusal Pereira's batting style with Sanat Jayasuriya, but this is a very rare scenario where we've got Kusal Pereira outside and Sanat Jayasuriya in the dressing room.
Once again, the matchup working. Wasn't stable on impact. You can still see his body weight falling behind. That's why not in control. Couple of wickets to the off spinner. Just out of the power play before that boundary, 19 deliveries, just the 12 runs, and the 2 important wickets as well. And that's just you feel Bangladesh slightly on top.
This pitch as well is not one where you come in and start pelting the ball around. Just a little slow until the dew comes. It's 72 for 3 now.
Sri Lanka 72 for 3 at the halfway stage of the first innings. You've just joined us. Bangladesh, who won the toss, elected to have a bowl first. First game at the Super 4, like your part of the Asia Cup.
Got a single and a very smart choice with the bowling end. Don't assume the left arm spinner. Did he just slow the ball down a little bit? Cannot be, but just wanted more pace. That shot comes off really well when there is pace off the pitch. You see what a long boundary does. And you've got a left arm spinner, and you've got to worry about Kusal Pereira's power as a left hand batter, but he's got to clear the long boundary on the leg side. So that's the security that's been given to Nasum to bowl from this end. That's one way to exploit a long boundary. A little dab and a couple of runs. Good cricket from Kusal Pereira.
Very good and very smart. Aware that the 3 fielders on that leg side boundary will all coming from the fence. That they can just dip it into that leg side. Oh, this is important. A contest, India versus Pakistan tomorrow. The first in the Super 4. Be interesting to see what combinations are played. We'll be back in action at the Dubai International Stadium, 6:30 p.m. local time.
It's going to be take 2. Asia Cup. We are leading 11-3 at the moment in the last 14 encounters. We'll find the fielder.
Just on the two that Kusal Pereira dabbed into the leg side. Now Sri Lanka's dot ball percentage with the bat is the least. Only 32% of dot balls is what they play. So in amongst the boundaries, they maneuver the field and pick up those ones and twos. Was also a feature against the game in Afghanistan. Only 29 dot deliveries in that match-winning chase.
Good point to raise. And again, you can see the urgency. They want the second. You make the observations and I make the explanations as to why that happens. And I believe because these guys are such supreme athletes. And you saw that with Patom Nisanka, Kusal Mendes as well, when they were hitting the boundaries. They're still very keen to run that extra run. And that comes from just having that kind of fitness. Ala Virat Kohli, even in these conditions, very happy to get that extra run. This is another good over from Asum. Being terrific this tournament.
On that point as well, the nature of the surfaces, you and I were at the pitch report, slightly slow, so it's not easy when you come in. And just a confirmation of what we're talking about, they've had the least amount of dot balls. Extremely underlooked feature sometimes when you're trying to go hard and put runs on the board. So many opportunities for ones and twos. I saw that India-Pakistan game, so many dot deliveries, 63 if I remember correctly is what Pakistan played.
I was hoping we'd see Pakistan there right at the bottom.
আসসালামু আলাইকুম ভাই, আমাদের এই bajicash.com সাইটে আপনি নিজে ডিপোজিট এবং নিজে উইথড্র করতে পারবেন। তাই আর দেরি না করে অ্যাকাউন্ট করতে চাইলে কমেন্ট বক্সে লিংক দেওয়া আছে। এখনই অ্যাকাউন্ট সাইন আপ করে নিন অথবা হোয়াটসঅ্যাপে মেসেজ দিন। দেশ বা দেশের বাইরে সব জায়গা থেকে অ্যাকাউন্ট ব্যবহার করতে পারবেন এবং নিজেই ডিপোজিট উইথড্র করতে পারবেন। 5 মিনিটের মধ্যে লেনদেন ক্লিয়ার পাবেন। আসসালামু আলাইকুম।
See there 4 sixes and 5 fours, so 9 boundaries, but the run rate is still 7.09. Very quick down the leg side, good take by Little Dash.
Yeah, this has been an interesting matchup because now for Kusal Pereira hitting into the shorter side. But Mehdi Hassan firing in whether he gets one to just turn outside the off stump.
Just a very wily customer. The first time we saw him, Mehdi Hassan Miraj was in Sri Lanka in the Asia Cup. He just knows how to handle things here. Now Kusal Pereira is on strike, but he'll have to hit against the spin to get a 6 on that short boundary on the leg side. Just watch him when he bowls to Kusal Pereira, the length that he bowled, the speed as well. So he's a very street smart cricketer, very sharp cricketing mind. In the side for Shanaka for the long boundary, happy to concede singles.
There's one boundary that came after 22 deliveries, the one Hassan Shanaka got off the mark to into the leg side. Mehdi Hassan dropped it short. Once again, 12 deliveries now without a boundary. Just feel maybe something just got to give.
Again, you see that line that is bowled. The leg side boundary is the worry for him. They've got 3 boundary riders. A very short boundary for a guy who's so powerful as Pereira is. Watch the line. Not obviously wide as well. Just a wily customer. Another Mehdi Hassan they've got, who's Mehdi Hassan Miraj, who plays test cricket, but this is the guy they favor for white ball cricket, and you can see why.
Now slightly different as well, slightly rounded arm, tries to fire it in and bowling well north of 90 Ks on a regular interval. Not allowing either of the two batters to get under the ball for that big shot. At the moment, just ones and twos is the storyline.
Had a game at Abu Dhabi, where the pitch was excellent. I think the pitches in Abu Dhabi for every game has been good. This one is not as easy for batting. Not easy for a new batter to come in. Now wickets have come to full leg deliveries. Mostly that leg. 83 for 3 in Sri Lanka.
আসসালামু আলাইকুম ভাই, আমাদের এই bajicash.com সাইটে আপনি নিজে ডিপোজিট এবং নিজে উইথড্র করতে পারবেন। তাই আর দেরি না করে অ্যাকাউন্ট করতে চাইলে কমেন্ট বক্সে লিংক দেওয়া আছে, এখনই অ্যাকাউন্ট সাইন আপ করে নিন অথবা হোয়াটসঅ্যাপে মেসেজ দিন। দেশ বা দেশের বাইরে সব জায়গা থেকে অ্যাকাউন্ট ব্যবহার করতে পারবেন এবং নিজেই ডিপোজিট উইথড্র করতে পারবেন। 5 মিনিটের মধ্যে লেনদেন ক্লিয়ার পাবেন। আসসালাম।
Shorty pulls back. Stroke is on. Bangladesh have been brilliant. The first 6 overs of power play, Sri Lanka 53 for 1. They were running away with it. But since then, scoring under 5. Nasun Shanaka promoted up the order because there's a long line of left-handers to break that up. Clawed themselves back into the game very nicely, Bangladesh. 6. That's a long way. Short boundary or long boundary. It's a massive one.
Sri Lanka need a few of those. That's because Bangladesh has created so much of pressure. Sri Lanka had a brilliant power play, but then Bangladesh have come back so strongly. And this was the release of pressure. Short delivery, we talk about the shorter boundary. And brilliant timing, went the distance. 29 for 3. Nasun Shanaka and Kusal Pereira, they need to steady things up for Sri Lanka.
Well, the spinners have almost pulled out. Well, big over. That was off Shoriful, the third one. Atum Nisanka took 3 boundaries and then not many runs, hardly a boundary scored till the Shanaka came out there. Actually, Kusal Pereira faced 13 balls without a boundary. Chuck Pediason's bowled out. Nasum's bowled 3. So just one more spin. This could be tight. But they make it easy. My point here is they're going to go to the part-timers in terms of spin. Sri Lanka have only struggled against spin, against the faster bowlers. They've scored a lot more freely. I'm not talking only of this Asia Cup. Going back a couple of years, they've only gone at a run a ball against spin.
Oh, left-hand pace off from Shoriful. Yeah, they struggled, you're right. Sri Lanka doesn't really sweep too much.
Kusal Mendes plays that well, got himself out today playing the sweep shot, but against Afghanistan, controlled it nicely. For some reason, against the Bangladeshi spinners, that sweep shot not effective.
That time, down. Oh! What happened there? He busted back.
Mustafizur, that's a massive one.
আসসালামু আলাইকুম ভাই, আমাদের এই bajicash.com সাইটে আপনি নিজে ডিপোজিট এবং নিজে উইথড্র করতে পারবেন। তাই আর দেরি না করে অ্যাকাউন্ট করতে চাইলে কমেন্ট বক্সে লিংক দেওয়া আছে, এখনই অ্যাকাউন্ট সাইন আপ করে নিন অথবা হোয়াটসঅ্যাপে মেসেজ দিন। দেশ বা দেশের বাইরে সব জায়গা থেকে অ্যাকাউন্ট ব্যবহার করতে পারবেন এবং নিজেই ডিপোজিট উইথড্র করতে পারবেন। 5 মিনিটের মধ্যে লেনদেন ক্লিয়ার।
Geez, the reactions tells the story. You keep picking up those wickets. That's the way you can control the runs scored.
They'll get a single. They got 9 off the over, 92 for 3 at the end of 13. Right at his forehead, not in control at all. Kusal Pereira. Tafizur, you got to give it a go.
শেষের দিকে তিনি আউট হয়ে যান। লাইভ ম্যাচ দেখার জন্য ভিডিওটি লাইক করুন। ওটা ব্যাট লাগিয়ে বলতে পারেন।
Bit of bounce that time, going past that outside edge. Mr. Fish tends to mix it up very well. Previous ball was pace on, this one pace off that time. Kusal Pereira has been very, very quiet. 12 of 14. Is to take a chance here to get that innings going again. This is the moment. Mustafizur against the short leg side boundary. Three in the deep of the leg side. He thought he had four. He's got to pull one fielder in. Long on, deep square leg, deep fine leg. Third man, deep point on the cover boundary. He's left with 4 balls in the over. Kusal Pereira, 12 of 14. Dasun Shanaka has been the one who's looked to take the bowling on. Kusal Pereira on strike. Again, this time he gets the gap. That was pace off. Dragged it from outside the off stump. That's a welcome boundary for Sri Lanka at this stage.
And also for Kusal Pereira to get going. This was quite predictable what Kusal Pereira would do. I mentioned the shorter boundary, he's got to get it there. He was waiting for it. The moment the pace was not on offer, he runs the wrists over to get it away from deep square leg.
Mustafis is very clever with that slower delivery, hardly any change of action, but Kusal Pereira picking it quickly. Now they're asking for a catch, and that's given. Kusal Pereira, now he's got to have a word. I'm wondering whether he'll revert it. He looks surprised.
Well, this type of one, you know if you're nicked it or not. So he's not reviewed it straight away. He's taken his time, but he's asked the question.
TV umpire to director, we have a player review for caught behind. On-field decision is out. I've checked the field delivery. Move on to front on, please. Okay, ball is close to the bat. Ultra, please. Keep rolling, keep rolling. This is a clear spike when the ball is next to the bat between bat and ball. Bat and ball going back to field. Adit, take your decision of out. You're on screen, single out now.
Right, so that's the reason why Bangladesh appealed straight away. Kusal Pereira referred it, but there was a nick. So Sri Lanka, they lose their fourth. Bangladesh striking at important times. Out for 16 of 16 balls in the 14th over, 97 for 4. He comes out at a critical stage of the innings, 97 for 4 into the 14th over. Sri Lanka scoring at little over 7 runs. We're talking about a 160.
বাংলাদেশি এবং বাংলাদেশি প্রবাসী ভাইয়েরা যারা অনলাইনে বাজি খেলেন তাদের জন্য আমরা নিয়ে আসছি bazi9.bet। এজেন্টের কাছে প্রতারিত হওয়ার দিন এখানেই শেষ। এখন নিজের অ্যাকাউন্ট নিজেই নিয়ন্ত্রণে রাখুন এবং নিজেই ডিপোজিট করুন এবং নিজেই উইথড্র করুন। আমাদের ডিপোজিট মাত্র 1 সেকেন্ডেই এবং আমাদের উইথড্র 2 মিনিটের মধ্যে ক্লিয়ার। তাহলে আর দেরি কেন ভাই, আপনি আজই আমাদের সাথে যোগাযোগ করুন আমাদের স্ক্রিনে দেওয়া নাম্বারে অথবা পিন কমেন্টে দেওয়া নাম্বারে এবং আপনার অ্যাকাউন্ট নিশ্চিত করে বাজি খেলুন নির্ভয়ে, নিশ্চিন্তে এবং নিরাপদে।
Not a big knock, but impactful runs. Strange review though. That was quick. Given, and just to ask your partner, this type of nick you generally know as a batter.
In fact, Kusal Pereira just walked away and then looked surprised. But what we saw in terms of the nick, that was a big one.
Ideally 11 in over, 165.
One ball to go in the over. Straight to the fielder. It's a dot. It's a good over. 6 runs and a wicket. 98 for 4. For 4. So starts for Sri Lankan batters, Pathum Nissanka, Kusal Mendis. So it's going to be Sri Lanka on strike. To the left arm spinner Nazum. To his last over. Run the first run hard, they'll be happy. In fact, they'll only get 1 because it was played too well.
Your last over for Nasum. Beautiful, he's got an over. He was taken to by the openers, but the spinners, along with Taskin and Mustafizur, have been outstanding.
Chanaka. He's got those men on the leg side boundary, extra cover long off. Out on the boundary, goes a sweep and gets it behind square leg. And hundreds up for Sri Lanka.
Well, coming in at 5, he's batted brilliantly well. With not many runs coming his team's way, he's played a few wonderful shots. And this one is basically taking a chance. It's bowled on the stumps. He goes across and he knows he cannot afford to miss it. He hits it so well, but not as well as this. This is it. So hard. Goes a long way. Second 6 for Dasun Shanaka.
Well, he's in there. He's in that side for this purpose and he's doing it perfectly. Striking at over 150. 2 4s and 2 6s. Just what Sri Lanka needs at this stage. Going into the 15th over, they need to be in a stable place to try and launch the last 5.
Look at the distance, 101 meters. Dasun Shanaka at his best. Sri Lanka have missed this Dasun Shanaka for quite a while.
Well, he's made 28 of 18, 2 4s and 2 6s. That time a dot.
Nicely bowled it wider. Try and drag it if you want to. The spotlight on Dasun Shanaka.
2 balls in the over left. Looks to sweep and good fielding. Good fielding. Swept it off his leg stump. And found the man at short fine leg.
That was flying. Again, fired at the stumps. Calculated chances taken by
এশিয়া কাপের প্রত্যেকটি ম্যাচ এইচডি কোয়ালিটিতে উপভোগ করতে আপনারা আমাদের ফেসবুক পেজটিকে ফলো করতে পারেন। আমরা দেখতে পাচ্ছি ইতিমধ্যে আমাদের ফেসবুক পেজটিকে ফলো করেছেন শাকিল আহমেদ, রিয়ন ইসলাম, শাবানা ইসলাম, নাসির উদ্দিন।
আসসালামু আলাইকুম। বাংলাদেশি এবং বাংলাদেশি প্রবাসী ভাইয়েরা যারা অনলাইনে বাজি খেলেন তাদের জন্য আমরা নিয়ে আসছি baji9.bet। এজেন্টের কাছে প্রতারিত হওয়ার দিন এখানে শেষ। এখন নিজের অ্যাকাউন্ট নিজেই নিয়ন্ত্রণে রাখুন এবং নিজেই ডিপোজিট করুন এবং নিজেই উইথড্র করুন। আমাদের ডিপোজিট মাত্র 1 সেকেন্ডেই এবং আমাদের উইথড্র 2 মিনিটের মধ্যে ক্লিয়ার। তাহলে আর ভাই আপনি আজই আমাদের সাথে যোগাযোগ করুন আমাদের স্ক্রিনে দেওয়া নাম্বারে অথবা পিন কমেন্টে দেওয়া নাম্বারে এবং আপনার অ্যাকাউন্ট নিশ্চিত করে বাজি খেলুন ভয়ে, নিশ্চিন্তে এবং নিরাপদে।
What about this? Has he cleared it? I think he has. That's a good start. We talk about the shorter boundary, and that's perfectly
executed. 3 sixes in the last 5 balls have got Sri Lanka back on track. This is where he likes it, Charit Asalanka. And the first ball of Tuskin's new spell is put under pressure straight away. 5 overs of seam, that's what Bangladesh have. 2 to Tuskin, 1 to Shoriful and 2 to Mustafizur.
that was pace on. Asalanka enjoyed it. That was pace off and 4. Very well done. Waited for it. Lovely pivot and worked it behind square leg.
Slower delivery, he had to wait. Maybe Shoriful got that timing wrong. Timing of the dive. But both batters, they had to come in and take control. They sure have done that.
Playing a base outside the off stump. Well, this is the momentum Sri Lanka has been looking for. They've been choked by the spinners.
He hit that powerfully, Dasun Shanaka. Short boundary, got down on one knee, made sure that he got it on the full. Long levers, swinging through the line of the ball was Shanaka.
Then what about Charita Salanka? The 6 of the first ball and then that boundary. Again, face off this time over the nose. Not great timing. They'll come back for 2.
Yeah, with the field that he set, the point on the boundary, wideish third man, he's going to be bowling the angle across. Last over, Sri Lanka really needed that. A big over to break the shackles. Big sixer to follow up that boundary, and then that was the last ball. Flat and hard.
Yeah, that was the over they were after. They needed a big one. They needed the momentum back. And that over, and now this over, 12 runs. Sri Lanka's rate of scoring over 8 runs and over.
2 balls in the over. 3 fielders in the circle behind square.
Goes slower, wider. That's the plan. He's got a deep third. He's got a deep cover. And also Tuskin knows that the leg side boundary to the left-hander is the shorter one. So he'll go wide and full.
Forced to bowl this line. Asalanka hit him for a 6 and a 4 in the first 2 balls. He's got to react and go defensive. 31 off 13. Shanaka, Asalanka, both playing their part in it.
Almost matching each other. last ball of the over. Got 13 runs in the over. Single. It's another very good over. They've got 14 off it. They're down to the last 4. Sri Lanka 129 for 4.
One thing that's for Sri Lanka. And it looks like they're on track at the moment to try and do exactly the same sort of thing to make sure they get this up towards the 170 mark. If they go 12-0 from here, they get to 177. 10 gets into 169. Couple of overs like the last couple we've had. Past the 180 mark. Beautifully bowled. Mr. Fizz has been superb so far. Really has been brilliant.
Yeah, Bangladesh desperately will try to find a bowler who can break this partnership. Partnership have been outstanding. It's simply brilliant. 32 of just 15. And they'll be hoping bowler in action. This delivers the good.
Been really impressive so far, but this is the hard yards. Driving through extra cover region. Going to be able to come back and double up for 2 more. Sharnak has been amazing. 37 off 24. Strike rate of 154 so far. Doing exactly what he wanted to do when he arrived at the crease. Sri Lanka. No slouch either. 15 off the 7 he's faced. Run rate over the 8 mark now. Certainly fell considerably after the first 4 or 5 overs. Driving hard down the ground. There is protection. Just going to be the 1. This looks like it's going to be a terrific game. This, the first of the Super 4s. We've got an amazing game tomorrow, of course. The second of the Super 4s. DP World Asia Cup 2025. Match number 14. What a beauty. India versus Pakistan. On air, 6:30 local time. Here in Dubai, in this magnificent stadium. Good first half of the over from Mr. Fizzer. Just 3 runs conceded so far. A little bit lakeside, but just tickled around the corner for 1.
Yeah, quite a few boundaries have come in the last couple of overs. We've seen especially Shanaka picking up those big shots down the leg side, 3 6s and 2 4s. He's been absolutely brilliant with the bat. His job is not only to make sure that they put a little bit of pressure on the batter and pick up a wicket, but also if he can create some chances on the way by not giving away too many boundaries. Not a single boundary in this over. 4 in the first 4 deliveries, and he's back on strike.
It's a tough call with his short boundary leg side now for Shanaka. This crowd is just building up really nicely. It's great to see as well at the Dubai International Stadium. Looking to go offside, slicing it away. Oh, it's almost a beauty. It's almost a magnificent catch. Great effort. Mr. Fizzer at one stage thought he was going to snaffle out. I hope he's going to be okay with his back.
It was a great attempt from Shamim Hussain. In the end, he made it. He got underneath the ball, but couldn't latch on to it. What an attempt. It was the cutter. Yes, a roll of the fingers. They went after it, didn't pick up the slow delivery. Have a look at that attempt. Phew, would have been a sensational one.
Very good follow-up delivery as well. End of the over, just 6 from it, 135 for 4. Crunch time now. 11 and over, gets to 168. Surely they'll be talking about the 170 mark, I would have thought, with Shanaka playing like he is. Sri Lanka can do something very similar as well. A partnership 38 off just 20 balls, and Shoreful back into the attack. None for 31 off his 3. Changing ends. Bowling wide, let off stump and just trapped at the last minute. One thing that Sri Lanka have done really well so far is they've been targeting this short boundary. It really is going to be a big part of this game today. Just 62 metres on that leg side. And they've had a clear plan, there's no doubt about it. Any opportunity they've had, they've been working hard towards that.
আসসালামু আলাইকুম। বাংলাদেশি এবং বাংলাদেশি অনলাইনে বাজি খেলেন তাদের জন্য আমরা নিয়ে আসছি baji9.bet। এজেন্টের কাছে প্রতারিত হওয়ার দিন এখানেই শেষ। এখন নিজের অ্যাকাউন্ট নিজেই নিয়ন্ত্রণে রাখুন এবং নিজেই ডিপোজিট করুন এবং নিজেই উইথড্র করুন। আমাদের ডিপোজিট মাত্র 1 সেকেন্ডেই এবং আমাদের উইথড্র 2 মিনিটের মধ্যে ক্লিয়ার। তাহলে আর দেরি কেন?
लाइव मैच देखने के लिए वीडियो को लाइक लाइव मैच देखने के लिए
এবং প্রথম কমেন্ট
लाइव मैच देखने के लिए
शुरू हो
लाइक करें और पहले
যারা আপনার এখানে আপনার
कमेंट में
This is very good so far from Shoreful, but these are the tough 2 deliveries. 6 from the over so far is excellent. 2 balls to go before he finishes his spell. It's blocked. Really nicely played. That is a magnificent shot for 6. That is outstanding work. It brings up the 50 stand as well. Just 26 deliveries.
He's been simply brilliant. Darshan Shanaka, have a look at this shot. Just makes a little bit through. And it really goes through the shot. It's gone over the cover. For the maximum, brings up the 50. What a shot that is. That is his 4th 6.
That's magnificent work. Top partnership with these two guys in no time. Last ball, the 18th over. Just a toss, hard down the ground, far enough, yes, far enough again, 6 more. Brings up the 50 as well from Shanaka. That is magnificent cricket. Really nicely played. He's been superb. His teammates in the dugout have enjoyed it. 18 off the over, 153 for 4. Standing knock from Shanaka. 5 6s, 2 4s, 30 deliveries, 53 not out, and still 2 overs to go.
The last 5 overs, they've managed to smash 61 runs. And they've given themselves a good opportunity to put a really good total here. 2 more overs to be bowled. Have a look at those last 4 overs. The big overs there. For Islam finishing a spell, going for 49 in 4 overs.
Right, set up now. Some big tall buildings in the last 4 overs. 3 of the last 4. 2 overs remaining. 153 for 4 it is. Mr. Fizzer. Got hold of that. How far's it gone? Should be out. No. Just died in the last minute. Got hands underneath it. Desperate dive in for the run out. I think it's going to go upstairs for a look. But people in red don't look too excited.
TV umpire to director, we have an umpire review for run out at striker end. Please give me best side on angle. Ball is in the hand of the keeper and wickets are broken. Batter is clearly short of his ground. Already with medicine for the victory.
It's happened at a very good time. As far as Bangladesh is concerned, ends that partnership of 57 and 28. Been a pretty handy knock for the skip. 21 off a dozen, 154 for 5. Number 7, coming to Mendes. He was not out a couple of days ago. Steered the ship. On the course of Mendes to take Sri Lanka home against Afghanistan and Abu Dhabi. Overtime is Ryan here. Very good player, very talented cricketer. Shanik has been outstanding. He's done a lot of damage so far in this innings for Sri Lanka. Sort of Chinese career. Be reasonably pleased, I'd imagine, at this stage. He'll be hoping that Shanika can continue and be there right at the very end.
Mendes on strike now. Straight away, drills it down the ground. He gets Sharnika back on strike. Does exactly the right thing.
That's what he needs to do, get off strike as quickly as possible. That's coming to Mendes. 5 runs, decent striker, 130 plus.
The danger man on strike now. Sharnika 53, not out. Looking on that leg side, strike rate of 177. 6. 5 sixes so far. Looking to work on that leg side. Not successful though, just a single.
Yeah, the catch was dropped by a read eye, but what he did in the end was very good. Yes, he should have taken that. Good presence of mind to get up quickly, pick up the ball, and throw at the keeper's end. And it's a really good throw. One bounce, the little Gomadas does the rest. Very good piece of fielding.
Straight away for that, a montage to field if we catch that up. Now that's gone very high indeed. Mendes says I'll take it, and he does quite comfortably. Easily pounched. Right and breezy from Kamendu. It's once again Mustafa Rahman. Fizz. Should have got 2. Kicks up a wicket of Kamendu Mendes, trying to play a really big shot on top edge, and Richard Kamadas takes it easily. So another wicket falls in this over. The Mendes going for 1, Sri Lanka 156 for 6. Saranga now, 2 wickets going down for 2 runs. Easy on the onside, looking to come back for the second. Good running, sharp running, 2 more.
The open spaces on the onside allows the batter to come back for the second, taking the first one very quickly. Different kind of strike rate for earlier from Kamendu. He won this score. He'll be also hoping that he can connect a few boundaries here.
The Fizz has been brilliant. 1 more going to score. 2 for 20 he's got. Been a little bit expensive in one of the games we've had so far in the Asian Cup, but today has been on top. Drilled down the ground. How far? Far enough? I don't think so. That's out. He's now got 3. The Fizz has been absolutely brilliant. Superb work from him. 3 for 20 ends up with. Important wicket at that stage. 158 for 7.
Yeah, it's been a brilliant over from Mustafa Rahman. Looks good, but not enough power. It's the second attempt from the fielder to grab it, and he hands on to it. Saranga goes, another wicket falls. Going for 2, 158 for 7.
Now in the middle, start of the last over.
Each one a lager. Not easy for him, that's for sure. Lying back, Schlenker after passing away of his father. But like has come back. He's in the middle now to 5 balls before the end of the innings. 158 for 7. Then to get Schlenker to stay on strike. .54 off 32. Just need to get a couple of minutes and that's over. Short bound to the offside. Gets away, he's stripped on the leg side for 4. Beautifully played, he's got some talent. He can do no wrong. Shanika has been outstanding. And he's the one who just keeps on going. Picks up another boundary. Have a look at that scoop. Knowing the fielder into the circle and short fine. Gets in a really good position. Beautifully played. Very good total at this stage. 162 on the board with 4 balls remaining in the innings. Schlenker on strike. Tries it again. Dot ball. Prices of this period of the game. He's eyeing the area behind the short fine leg fielder. He's already picked up a boundary there. He wanted to go and do the same again. It's a clever piece of bowling from Dustin Hammond. Look at Dustin Shaka's work in T20 Internationals. India, his best. And Doris Harlan, 22. 74 out of 38 is his second best performance. 3 balls left in the innings. Short delivery, beautifully bowled, slow ball, dot ball. Really good work to keep Shanika tight at this stage. Yeah, very good from Dustin Hammond. Player spotlight, certainly on him now. Last 2 balls. Look at the last wicket to go down. Tanzania was who took that catch. Hasaranga. A bit of a juggle, but no real dramas. And Christopher's 3rd wicket.
To go before it's finished.
Another dot ball. Brilliant from Tusker. Another slower delivery. He's come back really nicely here after being hit with the boundary. Started with a dot. The very next delivery was a boundary, and then he's come back with 3 dots on the trot. A swing and a miss. With that wicket for Mustafiz Rahman, he also equals the record for most wickets for Bangladesh in T20 internationals. He's equal with Shakib Al Hasan, both now 149 wickets. Raising 4 dot balls in this over. Old to Shanika from Tuscan. Last ball of the innings. Big delivery this one. Has he got horrible enough? He's hit it. He's hit it for 6. It's a magnificent shot to finish the innings. He would have loved a few more of those, I'm sure, on the early deliveries of this over, but he's finished on a high. 168 they get at the end. Shanika 64 off 37. That is magnificent work. Lytton Das, I know what he's thinking at this stage. Sri Lankan crowd is certainly delighted with the action they've seen from the former